Stephen Cox here, and we're going to learn how to do Walk on the Wild Side on Ubase. We're going to learn a few ways and just kind of compare what's realistic, what's logical, and just how far you want to challenge yourself. So this goes out to Zara, who had a question about it. So first of all, the bass line is really just one note. So all you really need to do, it's really just one note at a time. So all you really need to do is start on the 8th fret on the E string and slide down to the 1st fret on the E string and slide back. Now slides on the U-bass present a problem. When you slide back, you might notice the note's a little bit flat because you're pulling the rubber and that's leaving some loose string over here, and it can actually make the note really flat. So one thing that you can do is make sure your hands aren't sticky at all and possibly coat them with something. Maybe put something on them to make them slide a little bit easier. The other option is to do the slide and then let go of the string really quickly before playing the note. Right, and so sometimes the rubber will kind of catch on your finger and it'll make a little bit of a sound. But that's really the bass part. So the other part's actually guitar. And what it's doing is starting on the 9th fret of the G string, sliding up to the 14th fret, and then it slides up to a fret that we don't have. It would be our 17th fret. So what I do instead, if I want to play this, is I bend the 16th fret up to the note that we need. But it kind of loses its sound if you don't do it quite right. And you got to bend really quickly in tune. So as you notice, I was doing this with the right hand only, so that if we wanted to, we could tap both parts. But I think this is absurdly complicated. So what we could do instead is we could raise this note up an octave, which is probably what most tabs would tell you to do. But it still doesn't solve our problem with the 17th fret. So what I'm doing here, by the way, is I'm playing the 8th fret on the E string, the 9th fret on the G string, with these two fingers on the right hand, and the middle finger and the pinky on the left hand. So I'm sliding that all the way up to the 13th fret and the 14th fret on the E string and the G string. So then we still have that problem of not having the highest fret. So you could change fingers, or you could have started with these to begin with. And you can bend with your pinky while keeping your pointer finger on the 13th fret on the E string. Your pinky is bending the 16th fret up to where the 17th fret pitch would be. Now, I still think this is pretty hard to do. It's a little too hard for me right now. So I couldn't get the slide back, so I just kind of eyeballed it and moved back without the slide being there at all. But if I practiced it, maybe I could get that slide in there. I would highly recommend, if you want to play both notes, to just take it down a whole step, or even just a half step, and just do it kind of like this. So what I'm doing there is I'm moving the notes down a half step. So I'm on the 7th fret and the 8th fret on the E and the G, and I'm sliding up to the 12th and the 13th on the same strings, E and G. And then after that, I'm changing my fingers to do pointer finger and pinky on the highest fret, which, because of the intonation of the U bass being a little bit out, on mine. It's a little bit rough sounding, but you could do that. Oops. But you still have to eyeball the fret that you're going back to so that that doesn't happen. Ew. It's really tricky to do. I keep wanting to slide down to the 6th fret. I'm going to do it one more time. Also, you might notice that when I slid down, it didn't really matter that I hit the notes again. It wasn't a perfect slide, but it still got the effect across. So as long as you're sliding, you'll probably get the effect across, and just try to get it to sound as smooth as you can. So I hope this helps a little bit. And if you have any questions or you're trying to do it a different way, please let me know, and we'll talk more about this in another time. Thank you.